Just procrastinate until you quit. That's the solution. In this video, I'm going to tell you about my experience with procrastination, how I used to procrastinate my college life completely, but why I feel procrastination is a good thing. I'm not going to get into too much of neuroscience and philosophy about procrastination. There are already too many clowns on the internet doing that. I'm going to talk about my experience with procrastination and why, if you're procrastinating something, it's a sign and what you should do to act on it. A common example when I talk to people about procrastination, it's very simple, right? If I give you a meeting with Elon Musk tomorrow, you're not going to procrastinate it. But if I tell you to write a college assignment, a 500-word college assignment with your hand, you're going to procrastinate it. So there is essentially a spectrum, right, of things you want to do and things you don't want to do, and at what point will you procrastinate, and at what point will you just not do it, and at what point will you just not procrastinate at all. Now, I like to live my life such that all the things I do are things I don't procrastinate. And this does not mean I live a very exciting life or something like that. I definitely do a lot of boring things, but the whole point is that I have passion for the things I'm doing. Even if it means filming a video like this, even if it means writing scripts for these videos, it's something that I'm passionate about and it's something that I actually want to do. So even though I may procrastinate it for 2 or 3 minutes, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to spend 2 weeks procrastinating something. But it was not always this way. When I was in college, I hated what I was doing. I really wanted to drop out and I was totally not interested in it. Honestly, the only reason why I did not end up dropping out is because college became online during COVID. If COVID had not happened, there's like a 95% chance that I would have dropped out and not completed it. And procrastination is proof, right? A lot of the times we're basically lying to ourselves. We're telling ourselves, I really enjoy computer science, or I really enjoy electrical engineering, or I really enjoy soldering things to each other so that they create circuits. And maybe you do. But if you're procrastinating it, it's a good way to kind of judge as to how much you like it. Because if you were truly passionate about programming, you would not be procrastinating it. If you were truly passionate about soldering 2 pieces of metal to each other, you would not be procrastinating it. So I truly believe procrastination is a good method to kind of tell yourself if you're lying to yourself or not, especially about your career. I have friends who will say, I really love my job. Yeah, then why are you procrastinating it for 4 hours every morning? Why do you talk about how you don't feel like going to your job in the morning? If you loved your job, you would wake up early in the morning. The reason why people who don't procrastinate is not because they're superhumans who have control over their emotions. Yes, some of them are. Yes, there are some people who truly have superhuman traits where they control their emotions, but most people are not, right? So let me give you an example. The guys who are super bulked and have a great physique, it's not because they're extremely disciplined. In 90% of the cases, it's not because they're extremely disciplined. It's just because they enjoy going to the gym. Similarly, the guys who do very well in business and spend a lot of time working, it's not because they're disciplined and they are really forcing themselves to work, because discipline only lasts so long. It's because they actually enjoy their work. Yes, discipline is important, but you can't have discipline for your whole lifetime. You can't say, I hate plowing the fields, but I'm going to be disciplined and plow the fields for the next 10 years. Not going to happen. And even if it does, you're not going to give it your full heart and you're probably going to give up. So you have to understand that the fact that you're procrastinating means that you hate it. And the reason why I have stopped procrastinating is not because I've figured out some cure to life, or I've figured out how to, just control my mind. It's because I truly enjoy it. These videos, I spend a very, very large amount of time filming these videos every day. And that's pretty much why I don't procrastinate it, because if I didn't enjoy doing it, I would just not do it. And you soon realize that a lot of things in life are not compulsory. Since childhood, we are always told that, this is compulsory. It's compulsory that you wear school uniform. It's compulsory that you reach at 8 in the morning. But you'll soon realize that in the real world, as soon as you graduate college, a lot of things are not compulsory. You can do whatever the hell you want, and it's nobody else's responsibility what you're doing, and nobody really truly cares about you and your life. The only person who gives a shit about improving your life is you. This brings me to a somewhat interesting dilemma. So if I were to tell you, I'll give you $1 million a month for digging a hole in the ground, would you take it or would you not? Now, this is something that I keep asking myself. Would I take it or would I not? Because on one hand, $1 million is something I'm really passionate about. But on the other hand, I probably won't enjoy digging the hole, right? So in my opinion, I'll probably do it for a while until I'm no longer passionate about $1 million, and I'll stop. And I think this is essentially what happens to most people. You know, they reach a point where they're making probably $1 million a year or something like that, or $1 million in 2 years, and and they just kind of feel like, this money is no longer important. I can buy whatever I want. I have a nice car, nice wife, everything is nice. So I just don't need money anymore. And it's something I accept. It's something it makes sense to me. If money loses value to you, then why would you work for money? And essentially that is the whole key to procrastination, right? Procrastination does not happen when you're solving an urgent problem, and it is your choice as to what problem is an urgent problem. If you feel that the fact that you are still living off your parents is an urgent problem, you're not going to procrastinate trying to make money. If you feel the fact that you're morbidly obese is an urgent problem, then you're going to not procrastinate going to the gym. So you need to kind of understand that all these urgencies are things that are self-made, and if you make the right things urgent in your head, you're probably going to stop procrastinating them. Now, procrastination is not a bad thing. I don't want you to feel like hating yourself because you procrastinate. Procrastination is just a sign. It's like a headache. When you get a headache, it's not because it's just a random headache. And some people like taking random pills for headaches all the time. No, when you have a headache, it's because something is wrong. Maybe you're dehydrated, maybe you've not slept, maybe you banged your head, whatever. But if you had a headache, it's a sign. It's not or it's a symptom. It's not the actual problem. And it's essentially the same with procrastination. Now, I'm not much of a motivational influencer. I don't really want to talk about any of these things. Even I don't even like the word influencer, to be honest. But I would really appreciate if you could comment and let me know more about what sort of content you want me to talk about. Thank you.